What is going on, guys? Today we are building the one and only Shining Gundam from the G Gundam series. Oh, man. So this is a Bandai kit, not a bootleg. I know I've done a few bootlegs here recently, but man, I seen this at Hobby Lobby, had to pick it up. I could not resist myself. You guys know my channel. You know how much I do love the G series. Just the stereotypical fantastic hand-to-hand combat fighting style, and man, oh man, am I so pumped. So let's go ahead and dive into it. As you guys know, while we're getting it, first off, I gotta give props to the manual, because this thing is clean, it's nice, it's laid out. Bandai did a phenomenal job. A decent amount of information in the manual as you go along too, and just top notch. Which, look at that, I found a little thruster. I'll set that off the side so I won't lose that later. Sometimes I leave parts in the manual. That's not a good thing, and I will be looking for it later. So guys, what is happening tonight? I am super stoked to build this thing. I don't, like, you guys don't even know. It is also a fantastic time in the Gunpla Gundam community. There's just so much new stuff coming out. Oh, it's gonna be great. I just caught wind. I just caught an article right before the live stream that there's gonna be 2 new Gundam bases opening in the United States. Permanent fixtures, by the way. One is going to be in the Mall of America in Minnesota, and the other one's going to be somewhere in Seattle. I'm not 100% sure where, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. So Chicago is still the closest one to me, but I will take what we can get and move the right way. Hopefully we'll get something in good old Columbus, Ohio here sooner than later. And yeah, I mean, it would be nice. That would be nice. But Chicago is really not too far for me. I could probably make a trip one day. It'd be an all-dayer, but so let's go ahead and set this up. I was thoroughly impressed with the overall system, the clean cut on the system. Honestly, it was, the layout for it was really good. It's impressive on how the parts go together. So, or I should say the runner layout. I had mentioned that to someone on my feed earlier, but I'm just looking forward to building this thing too. Just so stoked. It has. It's been a minute since I've done a Bandai kit, so it's always good to go back and do a Bandai. I know I've done a decent amount of bootlegs and third parties here recently, but it's kind of good to go back to the source, get a vibe, get a feel, you know, as we're building up. That way I have a good comparison of the two. So an interesting thing with this kit is it did utilize a little bit of the pre-molded fixture like the older real grade kits had. Now it was only in the arms, so very manageable, I believe, and they did have a decent amount of flex in them too. So I didn't feel like you always have to kind of like move the arm pieces and stuff like that to kind of loosen up the pre-molded pieces, I should say, not arm pieces, but the pre-molded pieces. You have to always kind of, there's certain angles like that. I remember building the real grade asteroid red frame, and it had like a weird like twist this, pull that, bop it, you know, those kind of things. And yeah, it's always intriguing. So all right, so we need. So again, I do pre-cut this out just to kind of streamline the process. Slides on. Ah, beautiful. All right. Everything just fits together nicely. Let's go through. Hey, what is going on, my dude? How you doing? Alright. Make sure we have... Kind of move through the pieces here. I knew we should lay them out a little bit more. Alright, so we have this section here. It slides down on this peg. Whoop. Alright. There we go, bend that forwards. So I'm just kind of building up the feet right now. As we get into it. But, so how you doing tonight, man? You doing pretty good? Or I should say probably morning for you. But everything just fits so nicely on here. I love it. Hey, PokeZack Plays, my dude. What is going on? I don't know. Did you end up live streaming over the weekend? I did not see it. I looked around for it, but I did not catch it. If you did, I apologize, dude. But I was looking around for it. How does this slide in? Does it sit on top? From Red Robin? Yum. Nope. Okay. I looked around. I'm like, I'm not seeing it, but maybe I just missed it. There we go. So it just kind of fits in there perfectly. Snug once it's on. Kind of bouncing around a little bit on this one, but that's all right. Tomorrow evening? All right, right on, right on. Like I said, I'm gonna at least throw it on there and try to catch it, at least some of it. I can't wait to see those booster boxes, man. It's gonna be good. All right, so I had one piece that was left over from my runners, and I have a feeling this was the one. Give me a second here while I dig into it. It was So I try to have them pre-cut up, but every once in a while I miss one. For example, this one. So let me go ahead and snip it off here. I was wondering why I wasn't finding it, but... And for the most part, you use almost every piece on here. You do have a runner where it is mostly, I think it's from the Burning or God Gundam. So as you can see, a lot of this is undergated. Well, can't really see on this one because the sides and everything, but they kind of, I'm assuming it's layered so it tucks away, but a lot of this is undergated. So you won't have too much to worry about that. building up. It's layers on there. So good. Yeah, so like I was saying, it's a great time to be a Gunpla fan right now, Gundam fan. Just so many awesome things coming out. Of course, there's a release of the new series, and then of course that's going to lead into the video game that's dropping as well. And yes, there's some interesting designs too. I don't know. What do you guys have? You guys seen any of the designs yet? The Helix Gundam or the Zero Gundam? I think it's going to be really good. Sorry, these parts should be going on here, but I must have the other. Sometimes they go on there, sometimes they don't. Oop. Let's see. There we go. Just trying to find the right lineup on it. So next up, we're building the ankle joint down in the bottom section here. This kit does not utilize any kind of polycaps, so if you see anything that looks similar to a polycap like this section, it is not. It is an actual molded piece on the runner and not the soft rubber, as a real grade should be. I'm just kind of working this section here together. Everything's been smooth, and that's always kind of nice. Kind of take that for granted sometimes. Should be a nice locking mechanism on here. Pull that down. Maybe I didn't have it angled right. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's been nice to get back to a real grade, so it'd be nice to switch it up. But I will say this thing was clean for sure. It's a nice kit. Have you built this one yet? You said your favorite kit, so I'm guessing you built it too. Why am I catching? What am I catching this on? Maybe it's supposed to actually slide on first, then you build up around it. So let me try to take that apart. It's always good to have a part separator. Yes, I'm going to say it probably actually slides on first, then you attach the sides, which it does highlight that in pink. You can see a little bit where it's showing that. So let's take this apart real quick. I like your name, Fruit Ponchi Samurai Tea. I like it. That's a nice name. So let's see if I can get this apart. Just kind of working it. we go. Yeah, it should do it. Yes, right. That was kind of me too. I took a long hiatus, and when I came back, my first kit was the real grade Freedom, and yeah, absolutely just threw me through a loop on how impressive it was. Now there was a good price tag comparison between the old stuff and the new stuff too, but yeah, it did. You're absolutely right. Just so much improvement over the years. Now, when I say that, I mean I actually built like the 90s stuff, the G series and everything. So the wing and the G, mostly wing, no grades and high grades. A few of the 1/100 scale high grades, but yeah, man. Let's see if I can get that. Yes, perfect. I don't need to take it all off, just enough to get on there. Yeah, so next time for the other leg, I'll make sure I slide that on first, then I'll put that on. It just did not fit with that section over top there. Oh, nice. Favorite anime. Okay, nice. Yeah, they really are. Now the big stuff though is getting insane too, because they're incorporating so many gimmicks and features with it too. It's just absolutely awesome. All right, so next up we are going to build the little wings. And if you didn't know, this does have a locking mechanism on it, so you actually do have a little tooth. You're going to fit these on. And twist them. Same for this. Put it on there with the tooth groove, and then you twist it back, and that locks it into place. Yeah. Yes, it is. And I love all the layering that it has with it too. So it's just it's so. I mean, they're so cool. Honestly, they've come a long way. Make sure, oh, turn that up. There we go. I have not built the 2.0 yet. I have been told numerous times I need to, but I have not done it yet. I've also been told to grab the Fat Cat 1/100 copy of the 2.0 too. Yep. This is actually the first road grade I've built in a minute. It's a lot of stuff I've built here recently has been third-party bootleg high grades, which is cool and all, but I've been really Jones and honestly to build a master grade again. But I will take a real grade as a good substitute, especially when it's from my favorite anime. Yeah, the last few real grades I've built, I would say Sazabi. That's still probably. We'll see how this one turns out, but I think the real grade Sazabi is still my favorite recent real grade. Built the Freedom, the Asteroid Red Frame. I just haven't done it yet, but that is on my agenda to probably pick that up down the road. I just hadn't done it yet. So I love the G series, and I'm super stoked to see some of that. I know with the 30th anniversary, they're doing something to do with an anime. I hope it's like a true series they're doing with that. I know and hopefully they'll start releasing some more obscure Gundams as well. Alright, slide this down. Maybe bring it in, I guess. Yeah. Just trying to move it down into the sections here. So there's just a couple you have to slide this down onto, and kind of like separate it a little bit. Hopefully, I hope it's not that obscure and it has some kind of, you know, relevance to the actual anime. I feel like with the Devil Gundam, and you could definitely work something, another backstory in with that. If I'll take a new story, honestly. It doesn't have to be manga. So these fold down, part of the transformation too, so that's kind of cool. Okay. I mean, that's not a bad setup. That's kind of how, like, most Kung Fu, like, traditional Kung Fu, that's kind of why I liked it so much, too, because it is, like, traditional Kung Fu anime, like, the cheesy style now. So, I mean, yeah, he becomes the master. Of course, there was a reference to Domon and, one of the Build Fighters series. I'm drawing a blank on it right now. It's not Try. But yeah, there was a reference to him in that one too. So I was like, okay. I'm still giving some love to the G series. I like it. So this pops on. Ah, man. Knocked it off there. Okay, well. So this slides on and then twists around, it looks like. Yes. Yeah, he did. And it's very much like a hand-to-hand combat. So, yeah, I mean, it very much was very obscure, but at the same time, it was still pretty cool. It was good to see. Yeah. Yeah, and that one, they're fictional. They're all based on, they're more like just the models themselves, and then of course, you know, they build up, they're customize their own, and they take those into like a simulator and fight them. And there's various simulators throughout the different series. Hi, how you doing? It's Lucas85. What's going on, man? You guys didn't notice I just launched a part somewhere underneath my desk, so yes. Shining Finger. There you go. If that's how you learn to fight, man, I'll take it. This hand of mine glows. All right, so I'm not really sure what part I launched, but I launched a part. Hopefully it's something that I can move on from and come back later. What are your guys' favorite Gundams from the series? Yes, agreed. Just straight up ring combat. Nabushi. There we go. Yeah, so this thing is just beautifully layered. I absolutely love, and I'm definitely loving the colors of it. You gotta slide these back in. I was like wondering why those were sticking out so far. Not very. So it's built from the oh, what's going on, Willis? So not very far at all. It's built up from the ground, so I'm just getting going on it. Pretty much the feet. Yeah, I mean Mirko is a boxer with a football helmet and padding, but then he took his shoulders off to be gloves. I mean, you gotta love the stereotyping. It's just it's what makes it, you know. I mean, we probably will get more mass-produced Gundams down the road. I could see a lot more of that coming along. Yep, actually this is how this one builds up. Starts from the bottom. And now we're here. Alright, well I think I figured out what part I launched. Thankfully, I don't have to, it's not an important part. That's positive. Parts fishing can get kind of sketchy. Yes. I actually had I seen it on someone's thumbnail the other day from the various Gundam I was going through, just kind of get some lore. But someone called it Gundam Ball Z, and I'm like, that is 100% suitable. The Gogs. Yeah, the amphibious ones are always kind of interesting. Alright, so we're going to slide this back down again. I'm never really keen on that, but so this part has to go on after the there we go. Certain order. Pirate Ziga. Man, there should be more with him. I agree. 100% agree with that too. There should be more with those guys, but I think it got the most. I know the Ak guy definitely got probably the most love in Thunderbolt. There we go. You can see that I did lose a part. I'm gonna go find that a little bit later, but that unfortunately, or thankfully, doesn't really make up. It's not too big of a deal, thankfully. So we'll put this off to the side. But yes, just so much detail and movement in there is nice. So yes, that looks good. Yep, absolutely right. Gundam X series. I'm not, but hey, we'll take what we get. Oh, you are just finished. Okay, building take 20 minutes, painting mod. Yeah, I would imagine so. 6 hours, never again. Yeah, when you get to those older kits and you gotta try, if you're trying to make it look anime accurate and try to detail it up, whew. You don't like bear guys? I kind of like bear guys, depending on the one. I like the petite bear guys probably the most, though. All right, so let's move into this other section now. We got through the feet. I will say, look how clean, or look how clear, or not clear. Just the metallic gold on this, the finish is just so nice. Yeah, they did, but I think yeah, Thunderbolt was probably the most canon for a legit Ak guy. Well, I think the bear guys were in the build series, so there was really no point to them other than just to be cute. Me too. I have the gold petite bear guy, I should say, not the let's see, that actually goes down. It locks in place right there. So yeah, this utilizes a lot of locking too. So when you're putting this together, you have an assembly. Make sure you're watching where how the teeth or the grooves line up when you're inserting them, because yeah, they. I've forced a few before, not on this kit, thankfully so far, but. Godspeed, gentlemen. Oh man. All right, so let's get these pieces set up. There they are. Sometimes these slide away from here. Bear Neo-Zeong. That'd be an interesting one. Kyoji. What's going on, broke? So that inner detail looking good. Kyoji! Oh my goodness, guys. You guys are killing me tonight. I love it. Alright, so we have that buckled in. Same thing. Two set up, kind of sits in there, grooves. And then we twist it. Lock it in. Alright, so there, get that set up. We'll go ahead and move into this other section now. Nice. All right, it's Lucas. Enjoy, man. Yeah, sometimes you have that. It works out well. Something's so bad that it becomes good. I like to think that's how my wife probably picked me. All right, let's see what we got here. A G. A win is a win. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's Lucas. You enjoy your dinner, man. Yeah. I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. And you're right. A W is a W. I'll take it all the time. All right. Let's see if I got this lined up right. Yeah, this thing is awesome, though. Honestly, it's been building up extremely nice. I've had to make so many adjustments here recently. It's kind of like sometimes when things line up great, you're like, "What's going on here? This is too nice." Master Gundam and the Spiegel Gundam. Okay. I do have a both the God and the or the Burning and the Shining Gundam MGs from that line. The old screws and rubber hands. These were the best. Oh man, it was good times. Oh man. That's why I'm saying I feel like they could easily do a whole different story with that. You know how just like any kind of infection kind of movie, like any zombie movies. Especially, I was just watching the new Resident Evil trailer. That's why I'm thinking of that. But you could literally write any story you want with the DG cells. Heck, I wouldn't mind a Nobel spinoff. You know, see what she's up to these days, other than going berserk. Maybe. It's one of those things, you know. It's you don't kind of just assume that it's making it tighter. If you, as long as you don't tighten it too hard, then you're like, oh man, I broke it. But let's see, make sure I have that lined up. Okay, that goes up. Yeah, I mean, they really did. The screws did hold it for a while, as long as you don't put too much stress on it, because you could initially crack it. Actually, one of my very first kits, like, I'm gonna say big boy kits, because I don't know, it had screws and everything, and it was a master grade. I know that's, hopefully no one took that offensively, but it was like an old school Sotheby, I think, and I had a ton of screws and everything in it. Yes, they absolutely did make it tighter. They held it, as long as you don't, like I said, over crank it. But and then this pops in here. Actually, it looks like there might be a little bit of a nub on this one. We'll take that off. There we go. And mine closed. Oh yes, fantastic one. Take this, all my love, my friendship through the power of fists. Oh yes. I mean, you can't beat it. You just can't beat it. It's just that's how amazing it is. Alright, so this slides up. Did they have that locked in the right way? So this is Wendy's. Yeah. Worth it. I expect my Frosty too. Willis, what are you working on right now? Any more custom designs? Let's see. I'm getting distracted here. I need to get back to how do we line this up? So we have this that comes down. Oh. Yeah, so that goes up here underneath. Interesting angle on this one. So this should, maybe I'm on the wrong side. Yeah, see, there's like, trying to get at the angle here. So what you're not seeing, what I'm trying to do is there is instructions on a certain way that you do have to move this. Yes, so I didn't build the old school Zeta. I have the 2.0 in the backlog still, but I did have a Sazabi I built years ago. Alright, let's try this again. So make sure I have that lined up. It goes on to this one. It hooks up and around. It's a little finagling. Trying to get that to loop around, but I don't want to. Yeah, there we go. So move that first, then the thrusters, and then put it around. It's kind of like origami. Okay, now that we got it. Now we can put this in over here. And oh, I see. And there's the mechanism that makes it pop out. Okay, so this, let's see, attach it here. Dude, I love them. I thought they were super sweet. I was showing them to my wife even afterwards. I was like, check out this massive Optimus Prime Lego block on there too, man. It was sick. And I still, like I said, I can't get around that core that you did. I still think that's pretty neat. I didn't know. I'm not huge into Lego, so I didn't know that they actually had the LED like blocks and stuff like that. Alright, so this should actually be down. So this must come down this way. According to this, it should slide up into it, but man, it's not wanting to go. Maybe like that. After that, should have the outer side here. Figure out as we go, right? Okay, I was gonna say it. I didn't think that Lego had that kind of stuff in it, so I was like, oh, well, but yeah, it was super cool though. Man, this does not want to go. In there, come on. Let's see. Place it here. Attach it here. Something's not right here, so I'm going to take this apart. Yeah, it's all about a figuring out process as we build this thing. Sometimes we have to come back around. So I think part of my issue is oh wow, nice. 1987. Alright, so I'm going to take these back off here and flip these around. I think that was actually my issue here. So once we get that straightened out, that should resolve it. Now if it wants to actually come loose. There we go. Okay, so this is facing up. Comes down. Okay, so that should be right. Gymnastics. Alright, I think maybe. Don't think I do have it actually. Yeah, you gotta flip them around. Something I'm doing there is not right. I'm just trying to figure this out as we go. You know how that goes. I mean, I figured out all the wrong ways to do it so far. Just gotta find the right way. Guessing there's a couple little grooves right here. I bet they're supposed to slide into that. They're not wanting to go. Planning on finishing it tonight. That's the goal. It's been a while since I've done something a little bit more detailed like this, but the goal is to try to finish it. Usually, once I get one side figured out, the other side goes a lot faster, but these are just not wanting to go. Unfortunately, it says it's supposed to slide right in there, and it is not. I'm not really sure what the holdup is, though. So I don't know if I can show you close enough or not, but there is a couple little grooves right there on each side. And based on the diagram, it's supposed to slide on this track right here. Yes, it is like a miniature master grade. I have actually sat down and built. It's only happened once. It took me over 3 hours to live stream it, but I built a master grade on a live stream before one time. If I would do that again, it'd probably be on a seed kit, and that's about it. I like my seed kits. For building purposes, they're so easy. I really think seed kits are some of the best to build for, you know, simplicity. I cannot get this to lock in the way it should. Oh, which one did I build live stream? Oh man, I don't know. It's been so long ago. I don't remember. I've only done one though, and it was like I'd have to go back and look. Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head on which kit it was that I built live. Man, I don't know what the deal is on this guy. Maybe slide it up like this and then pop it down. I imagine it's supposed to go into it. Oh, no, I said if I would build another one live, it would be a seed, probably another seed kit. I like my seed kits for building. So as far as like master grade seed kits I've built, let's see. I built the Freedom 2.0, the Justice Gundam. I built 2 versions of the L Strike. And then, what else is there? Oh, Asteroid Red Frame. I built 1 or 2 of those. So, yeah, I built a decent amount of seed kits, honestly. I think there's more, too, but... then on top of that, I built, like, a Master Grade... Oh, it was one of the build series Master Grades, but it was actually a legit, like, solid Master Grade kit. So I'm not 100% sure what is going on with this section here. I am probably... I don't want to skip it though and come back. Like it should be lining up no problem. It should be going in. And it's not. See if maybe I missed. Let me try sanding it down real quick to see if maybe I get that. Yeah, it should just... Oh, man. I might have to call it on this one and see if I can figure out why I'm not getting this to lock up the way it should. I'm doing everything that the thing is calling for. I went back and double checked the gold section to make sure it wasn't lining up incorrectly. It's not going down. Nice. I'd like to get the Strike Rouge. I built the perfect grade Astra red frame. I did build that. They're traditional, not the Kai. Yeah, so like it's completely blocking it. Let's see where it should be at. So if this, all the thrusters would sit down into it. So that would be clear up there. Maybe I'm not putting it high enough on. Oh, maybe. Hold on. As I say, that's I've only built two perfect grades, a couple mega sizes, but two perfect grades I built was the Astra red frame and the Wing Zero custom. I did do the wiring LED setup in it. I haven't actually tested it though. Nice. Yeah, so that should just slide up there like that, and it's not. All right, see, this problem solving as you know, it might take some time sometimes. So this should essentially slide up. There, my gosh, man. Whew, I got it finally. Sorry for 5 years of watching me fumble around trying to get this thing to go in. All right. So now that we have that on there, we can, there it is. I remember you saying you built the Zeta, that's awesome. I think the Zeta, perfect grade, probably should get a 2.0. There we go, in that function. Looks pretty nice. Alright, so now that we got that done, 5 years later. Nice, man, that's awesome. Yeah, I only have 2 perfect grades. I have a couple of mega size. I have the mega size unicorn, and then an Ichiban Kuji RX-78. So it's just like a partial clear mega size. I do have a 1/35th scale. I've talked about this a couple of times now, and I so can't wait to build it. But my son keeps asking me, when are you going to build that one? So I cannot wait to build that. It's going to be massive. But it's a third-party kit. Alright, so let's get back into this section here. Now that we finally get all that on there. Turn that around, flip it around. There we go. Make sure that lines up with the section on the runner there. And you have a total of 4 kits in your backlog. Or what are the 4 kits in your backlog? Alright, so now we're going to build the upper section of the leg armor. Yep, that should be it. Mark II and the Gundam Master. Oh, the Kai. Let's see. All right. I think we got it lined up. No, we don't. Oh yeah, the P Bandai blue frame. Nice. The big old bazooka. There we go. It's hard to find those grooves sometimes. Just when trying to line up those parts, you have a couple of small little slots that these things slide into. And they're a little difficult sometimes. Beautiful. Nice layering, nice, beautiful layout for that section of the leg. So now we're putting on the front part of the leg armor. I don't have any perfect grades in the backlog right now, unfortunately. Biggest is that, like I said, the 135, which is a third party based off the Gundam Origins kit. I've been wanting to buy something bigger, but I've been trying to stay away from just because I know the amount of time that it will take. I would like to get, I know it's a bit of a project, but I would love to get the Banshee perfect grade. Of course, the Exia too. That's another one I would love to pick up. That does go that way. What's going on, Case? Yes, actually the ball's been tempting too. Because why not? Yes, I absolutely love the lighting features. I love the lighting features for... I just don't like the fact that they're separate, but with the Chronos lighting. With the Zaku... Or not the Zaku. Like the Exia. That would be awesome. So here is one leg built up. Minus a little piece right here. I'm going to go parts fishing later, but... This is interesting. The thrusters went inwards and not outwards. Maybe because they're loose. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they're a little loose on the thruster parts, but not too bad. So let's go ahead and get into that next leg. Hopefully I won't have so much of an issue with that gold section. Okay, let's do it. Honestly, the ball though, if it's like the, I do have the mechanical clear ball from P Bandai, and the inner frame is so sick. Yeah, I definitely don't like that. They're sold separately. Like I said, with the Wing Zero Custom, I did run on the wiring and everything like that it instructed to do, but I've never actually put a battery in it to just actually check to see if it works. Knowing what I know now, I should have went back and soldered a lot of things, but alright, so we went ahead and switched to the other leg finally. A better idea of what to do with that gold section when we get to it for that hyper mode. Bring this back in center. What's your yeah, I was gonna say that was my first perfect grade, but it was definitely oh shoot. I forget, it wasn't 25 years for me, but it's definitely been probably, oh man, maybe 10? Alright, same thing. Groove markers, teeth that lock in. Keep tabs out for that. Alright. Let's see, maybe it looks like I flipped it around here, so let me adjust this. Get too far ahead. Yes, I believe you are correct on that one. I think it was 2001. Yeah, that should lock it in place now. Next up, we are going ahead and build this section here with a bend. Nope, looks like there is. Nubbed and clean up there. All right. Yeah, 2001 was that actually released. Like I said, I did not pick that up well after the fact, but I absolutely love the massive angel wings. My biggest complaint about that, you know, of course the spring-loaded wings was kind of frustrating, but I would actually say my biggest complaint about that was the lack of base. There was no stand that came with it, and that was very frustrating for sure. I found a third-party kit, and back then I didn't know too much about ordering from various places, so I was always a little leery. Looks like I've a little bit more on these. $800, $900. Yes, I did see that meteor unit. Yeah, man, it's rough. Oh, that's pretty sick. That is pretty sick with the Zeta. I didn't realize that the old school perfect grade did that. That's pretty cool. Yes, I did see that with the release on the metal build, and then I also I mentioned in the beginning when I first started live streaming that Bandai actually is doing 2 legit pop-up, or not pop-up, but like brick and mortar premium Bandai stores in 2 more in the US, over in Minnesota, the Mall of America, and in Seattle somewhere. So Chicago is still the closest one for me, unfortunately, but I'll still take what I can get. We're moving in the right direction. I'm not really sure where they get their demographics, because I feel like LA or, you know, mid to Southern California would probably be a better option. Yes. Oh, the Strike. That's what I like to get my hands on, the OG Strike Gundam. I do. Well, that's why part of the reason I want to build the Strike Rouge so much. All right, so now that we got that established, let's go ahead and move into this gold section again. We'll try to make sure we have it all lined up the right way. Just clipping a little bit of excess off. Alright, let's see if we can get it faster this time than last time. Someone time me. All right. Oh, they came with a stand. That's where they get you. That's why I like the Strike Rouge. It's packaged together. Alright, so this should work up and around. Yes. There we go. Swing. It takes the right kind of finagling to get this to swing around. This should be cheap right now. I got mine for less than. I'll check it out. All right. SNA Lamorak. Okay. I'll try to remember that one. I'll go back and remember this later, but all right. So now we have this gold section built up. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, that one. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think they were like back to back. There was a decent amount of time span between the two. Everything's all right. Oh, man, this thing. I will say this has been probably my least so far. This is definitely my least favorite spot on this. Is this legs? There we go. Now that we got that. Gotta work this in and slide it around. Royalish. Does it come with the water slides or is that sold separately? I don't mind adding a couple. Need to. I personally like the Strike Rouge anyways. That was always been one of mine. I like Kigalia's wolf emblem that's on it. And I like the pinkish colors. I think my daughter would appreciate that. Years ago I told Kendall, my wife, her name's Kendall, but she picked out a model kit that she thought was really cool, which it does look really cool, but it was the Dark Matter Exia Master Grade. Okay, cool. Comes with the water slides. Yeah, it won't be too bad then. As long as I'm not trying to track down extra parts. But she picked out the Dark Matter Exia for me to build, which it looks amazing, but it still to this day is like probably my number one. It's up there. If it's not one, it's two of my hand grenades that I do not like moving at all. It looks like there might be a little bit of cleanup on this. Just a couple little spots that... No, not really, actually. Let me see if I can file those down a little bit, but... Yeah, she isn't interesting. character for sure. They got the whole Luke and Leia thing going on with her and Kira. I appreciated the movie when it came out with Atherin. Atherin's probably my favorite character in the series, and and when they had the fight in the movie, when he's like they're trying to control Atherin's mind, he's like it's like, oh, it's so dirty. I'm like, that's my boy. Alright, so now that we have that assembled, we are going ahead and moving in with the next section. Okay. Get that on the slider rail down here. So that section's put on, and then go ahead and work on the leg. I do like how the color detail, the colors are rich on this, and I really do like that. I think that's pretty cool. Right on, man. I appreciate that. Willis already jumped on. He sent out some few pictures for me. I don't think there's going to be a spotlight for this week. I haven't seen anything yet, so I try to post it Wednesdays, but I haven't seen anything in my emails yet. But absolutely, send it over. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you, Willis, for sending me some, honestly, send me a ton of pics that were fantastic. I love seeing all the your custom designs with the machine gun bell, and of course the I call it a Buster sword from like Final Fantasy, but you know, along with your Optimus Prime. But there was some really cool stuff, man. I really appreciate that. I'm hoping, you know, as the channel keeps growing, more people utilize the spotlight, just because it's a fun little way to put out your work so other people can see it. And YouTube, unfortunately, I would say that's probably its biggest weakness, is still in community. Like you see me and hear me, but unfortunately there's not a lot of feedback from like other viewers, unless you're, you know, talking in a live stream or something like this. But I would say that's probably YouTube's biggest downfall. That went on there very nicely. Nice. Yeah. Finished with the detailing of the water decaling upper half plus the big spear. Okay. It'll come along though. You'll get knocked out. Yeah, just shoot me some emails, and if you have anything you want to put with it. I know too much. Yeah, you're not wrong. Not wrong on that sometimes. I try to keep it family friendly, but there is some interesting censorships on there. Oh man, the layering on this kit is so good. So I just want to build a master grade even more, honestly. Now that I'm putting this together, I will. I I did an unboxing I forgot to record an unboxing on a Impulse EX. I need to I want to build still, but I haven't done it yet. There we go. And man, that is just nice. The articulation is just, it's going to be insane. I can tell it already. I love it. Oh, good, because I try not to. Every once in a while, something might slip, but for the most part, I try not to. That's not my MO. Oh, yeah, you gotta watch out for that inner frame torso section on the Barbie. Yes. It can get pretty sus at times. The plastic's not very good. Well, I appreciate that. Alright, so now we are into the skirt here. It is already 10 o'clock. That's after 10. That gold section took me way too long on those legs. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Get him back up on the top here. Oh, well, I mean, you seen what I did to the third-party goof arm, so don't feel too bad. No. Didn't sand it either. I didn't heed your warning. That was really what it was. You gave me heads up when I still broke it. Oh, so such is life, though. That's how it goes. Well, I've got some cash set aside that I've been trying to figure out what I want to buy next too, but Scope Dog Turbo Custom just passed this weekend. Nice. Now, Scope Dog is definitely pretty cool design too. All right, so we have. Nope, so there is a certain way that goes outwards. Interesting. So this is actually out. Alright, so Armor Trooper bottoms? I don't know that one. Oh, from what the Scope Dog's from. Okay. I know the Scope Dog design, but I actually am not familiar too much with where it's actually originally from, but I have seen Scope Dogs before, but yeah. Not too familiar with that one. Well, I'll definitely take a look at it and see. 1980s anime. I've had someone else talk to me about the Scope Dogs before. I don't remember who it was now. Pretty dark series. Now that sounds like an 80s anime. There we go. I know of several of the knights, the SNAA knights, the round table. I've seen a few. They do look pretty cool. I like some of the effect parts that come with them too. Alright, so we have that. Next up is... Yeah, I was going to say, I thought they were quite a bit smaller than Gundams. This section here, and then I have a small piece. Not 100% sure where it went to, though. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I knew they were on the smaller size. I think I've seen a couple of size comparisons on it. Alright, so let's see. I'm trying to find this small section D13. It should be over here somewhere, but I am not seeing it. It should be pretty easy to spot because it's in that same color scheme, or the same color as this. Make sure I didn't miss it in the last page here. Okay, Where'd you go? I don't think it was part of that. It's... Man, tiny pieces, they like to disappear so easily. Problem is, it's probably right in front of me too. Yeah, typically what I do is I'll pre-cut everything, and then sometimes I should have everything kind of cleaned up. That way, in theory, it should, help streamline the process, because I like to finish it on a live stream. But sometimes, there it is. It's hiding from me. Yeah, sometimes I don't get it complete to where I do clip a little bit afterwards or during, but for the most part, I try to have it clean prior to. I asked a long time ago, and I guess I probably should re-ask, but if people preferred having a series where they watch live builds, or if they prefer a finished product in one sitting. And it came back, the majority was one sitting. Now, there wasn't a lot of votes, but that's how it pretty much came back. Now, there was a few people that said, I'd like to watch a series versus an entire build. And honestly, I'd probably be the same, but the majority came back with, I'd like to see a finished product. I was like, I get that. Alright. How about you? What do you prefer, like, a series? So a series would allow me to build bigger things, but, you know, I get it too. A lot of people are like, I'd like to see it finished. Now, if a high grade, yeah, I can usually do that one night, but the real grade for sure is definitely pushing my limits. Yeah, so typically, if you're curious about my process and how I set up the reviews and everything, what I do is I actually... Yeah, that's kind of... Yeah, if it was a high grade, I definitely wouldn't do that. Real grade, I might consider down the road breaking it up a little bit, but... So usually what I do is I unbox it. Unbox it, record the runners, and then I will clip it. Once I clip it, then I'll live build it, and then I'll go back and then I'll do the articulation, everything else after it's been built. But I see, I'm with you. I'd be okay with master grade. Alright, so this is actually the first set of stickers for the night. So we have 9, 10, and some of the little tiny silver stickers. And these have gotten better over the years too. I have a even if I store them in a safe place, they don't always. The kids will find them sometimes. Ooh, that's tiny. It's funny you remember that, though. I think that's only happened maybe once. Yeah. I think that's the general populace, I think, is the same thing. Like, if you're just snapping it, then I like to see a finished product, and I totally get that. Yeah. My daughter actually tonight I was trying to finish it out because I've been behind. I've been learning been working on a certificate and a project management certificate. And so I've been working on that, but tonight I was a little bit behind and clipping out the last little bit before I started this tonight. And my daughter was trying to pull out the different drawers and like start putting pieces back out before I realized it. Thankfully, I think I caught everything in the right order, but it's yeah, it was never great when that happens. Alright, so there's very tiny decals or stickers are on. Very nice. I still have a lot to set up on that. For customizing, I have an airbrush I haven't set up yet. I gotta figure out a good way to vent that properly. I've seen a couple of cool like 5-gallon bucket designs. I think that would be kind of a nice setup for that. Spacing is still kind of limited for me, but I think I might be able to make something work. Alright, so let's get these other little guys on here. Nope. I thought that was a sticky side. Doesn't do any good when you put the sticky side up. Alright, perfect. So next up is these skirts on here. Nice color scheme set up on that. Looks pretty good. I like how they was able to work that in. I know in the original Master Grades they just give you large black stickers to run along that. But no surprise, did not stay on there very good. Alright, so next up we have lower section down here. Red markers, just a little splash of red. That's a great question. So I've seen the hand and I really do like it. However, I would think Honestly, I would have preferred that I would have liked them to include both. They already have the green. They already have a green for like the eyes and stuff like that. So for them to include that plastic for the hand, I would have liked to have seen that. But I do like the metallic hand on it. Oh man, that's a tricky question. I would have liked to see the clear for the simple fact of like someone wants to do a LED setup or something for it. But metallic looks pretty clean. It's a little bit of swirl in the injection, but that's not too bad. I guess I would say I'm okay. I'm happy with the metallic part. To answer your question, I am happy with the metallic part. Would have probably liked to have both as an option. And this slides into it. Nice layering effect on that for sure. Yes. I've been asking for some time now for a perfect raid burning Gundam. Though I think a Shining would be probably even better, but a burning or God Gundam perfect raid unleashed even would be, as long as it's not stupid expensive. I think that would be a nice setup. The LED, the glowing, the shining or glowing fingers, burning fingers on the God Gundam would be awesome. Oh, okay. This is the sword side here, so the holder. There we go. What about you? Do you prefer clear or metallic? Alright, so we got this on here. Yes, they are. Unfortunately. They are unfortunately super expensive. That's an interesting. So it clips into the rear skirt. Interesting. It is, and honestly, it looks really good. I do like the metallic on it. work. There we go. Kind of work it, pull it down a little bit to get the slide on there. That should free. There we go. Yep. Free that up. Very interesting design on that. I like it so that actually swivels the side skirts too when you move that. Oh, it is. They went metallic on the rail grade as well. Alright, here's the lower half. Looking good, looking good. Alright. Next up, the chest unit. I might have missed it earlier. Willis, are you working on something right now? I know I asked, but I don't know if I caught it or not, or if you answered. But all right, so let's go ahead and get this section. And that should be the rocking section right there too, from this little bit of side-to-side rocking motion on that torso. Yes, yeah, I built the high grades, and yes, they are clear. I like the neon green more than the orange though, so shining. I like shinings probably more than burnings. Oop, gotta flip that around. Ooh, a little bit of stress on that peg. Ah, well, I appreciate that. I know you said you have some stuff in the mail, but I wasn't sure if he's building something too. I mean, just in general, not necessarily like right now, but if you got a project you're working on. Alright, so moving into this section here, we have some red, nice little accents for that. Find the right angle on that. There we go. All right, so we're going to have to flip the page. Oh, nice. Yeah, add some extra details, kind of customize it. H and there we go. So we have this section right here. It clips down. I'm not too crazy about when they use like a C clip, and there's been a decent amount of these, but as long as they hold them, not too bad. I always get a little leery. Alright, so now I get to pick which of the symbols I want. And I am definitely going with the 13 King of Hearts. Okay, nice. He kind of like went a little to the side. Just focus it. Yeah, I think that's good as it's going to be on that one. A little off to the side a little bit, but I'll take that. All right, an A2. Yeah, I do like the color on this too. I mean, it's really rich. It's got this nice, vibrant color to it. Alright, another one of those locking mechanism with the little tooth there. Nice. Yeah, this is some pretty cool. Oh yeah, the Fusaki too on it. Nice. Because I know it came with the that effect parts come with the real grade. Or the I think the Fat Cat actually. Let's see. Try to line it up here. Okay. Let's see. Align the grooves. Tightly fit the parts. Okay, that doesn't tell me what I need to do. It just tells me what. Oh, okay. But they throw it in that expansion set as well. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with the 30th. I mentioned it earlier, but I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to do with the 30th anniversary and the various things with it. What different things they might release. That's tight. Alright, let's grab the other one now. Pop that in. Trying to get those grooves to turn around all the ways around, so I mean, a little difficult at times. I'm always afraid because I broke so many of these over the years with the teeth. It costs about $30 on the USA Gundam store. Interesting. Effect wings. It's called effect wings. Huh. That's an interesting choice. There we go. Not want to lock in, but I think we got her now. Flip that down. There we go. so this sits down onto a ball joint for that torso. You can see that nice little rocking motion you get on that. Very nice. I think it's kind of interesting that you actually build up this section too, so you're going to have more range of motion in the head unit, which I like that. I like that. And the neck, I should say, not head, but make accessories that were originally on the Bandai. Kind of nice. Yeah. Yeah. Though the good old effect parts and stuff like that. Yeah, I was never a huge fan of the Bandai effect part kits. Like, just thought it was, you know, a ploy to, I know it was a ploy to make more money, but like, I thought maybe they could, especially like those kind of kits were released. Yeah, yeah, you can. That's true. If they're available. I know there's like a Barbatos set that was expansion set, extremely hard to get. And I think this is the one that had like the tank with Cookie. All right, how does that slide? That pops in right here. Push that back. All right. Up in there. I do like how maybe that was a standard release. No, oh, that wasn't a standard release. That might be why it sold out so fast then, but yeah, the one with the tank that had Cookie in it. Hunter, what's going on, dude? All right. Interesting. I'm not seeing my green clear piece. I know I had that one. I'll have to come back to it, but maybe I missed it on the previous page. Nope. Alright, so minus the green clear piece. I have to come, I'm not sure where that went to. I'm going to come back and look for it. Sometimes they pop up later on, but definitely been a smaller one. Nice fish dinner for some Gunpla goodness. Well, I appreciate it, man. moving into the arm section now. I want to come back for that small green piece. I'm not really sure where it went to. It was tiny. Moving down into the arm. All right. Oh no. Didn't realize we're running out of cotton swabs. So let's get into this section here on the arm. Now this is where they had the like the traditional pre-molding. It goes missing anyways. Well, that, I mean, it's ahead of schedule then, because we're I'm not seeing it at the moment. It will probably turn up eventually, but if not, it is what it is. Yeah. Oh man. 20 plus water decals I need to put on. Oh man, that has a lot of water slides. All right, let's get this building up here. But yeah, that's a lot of water slides for that. How big is it? Is it a 144 size or is it like a 100? I guess you're out of the loop. What's going on? What was it? Barbantos? It does. Actually, that's what I'm putting right now. It does have the MS parts in the arms. That's the only spot. Nice. Hey, can't argue with that. Anything on clearance is always a good thing. And that's legitimate clearance too, not the permanent 40% sale. That's not really a sale if it's permanent. I need to go over and do another. I haven't updated in a couple weeks now, so part of me wants to go over and do it. Other parts like, it's always 40% now. But every once in a while, someone says something to me. I'm like, all right, I'll go do another one. Yeah, it was kind of interesting when I seen that. Now, it is only in the arms, and I will say it was more pliable. It was definitely more flexible than previous real grades. So, I mean, I think it'll be all right. It's for the shoulder slots, and then you have it for the lower portion of the arm. There we go. Oh. I mean, that's pretty tall. Yeah, it's $5 versus 22. Yeah, I kind of think it'll hold up too. I don't think there's going to be too much. I don't have too many concerns. It's just right there in the shoulder and the lower arm, so... The rest of it does not utilize the MS parts. It's got a full inner frame for the majority of it. But yeah, $5 versus 22. That is legitimate. That's a good one. Good find, man. There we go. I flipped it the wrong way. I built the Freedom, and it was a good one. I liked it. That's the only one I've built so far. I'd like to try the aerial one next, I think, but the Freedom was fun. I think Barbatos would be good too. There we go. I don't know why either. I honestly don't. I know it's a sales tactic is what it comes down to, but I don't know either. It's frustrating. It's like the community knows it, so. But I'm guessing they're probably thinking, oh well, 40% off. They clearly like that. But it's the head scratcher. All right, man. I appreciate you stopping in and saying hi, dude. You have a good night. Alright, so the arm section. And this is part of the MS part I was talking about. Thank you. Definitely wants to not. Oh man, that's tight. Oh, I see. That's another. Has more teeth on there too. I need to put it down there. I need to twist it. Oh, nice. Hi, how are you? Kuharo? I'm probably mispronouncing that, but I apologize. But I hope you're doing well. Oh, you got the Xeon shooting version yesterday in my friend shop. Nice. That's pretty cool. I seen the perfect Xeon that someone's dropped out with the legs and everything. Was that you haggled your friend down? Fantastic. Now listen here. Is that the friend discount? Alright, so I don't want to put too much stress on it. Yes, I do know the narrative Gundam seed packs. I'm not done too much with it, but I am familiar. What's up? There we go. It took a second to get to where I wanted. Alright, so now we have this section that slides right here. It is a nice kit. An interesting kit for sure. It's like one of those half-done kind of ones. It's pretty cool. All right. So it's the perfect Xeon, and it is. I think it's a third-party kit. Technically, it might be a bootleg, but it's a third-party kit, and it's a one. I think it's the 1/100 scale. The perfect Xeon. So it's got the big old legs on it. It might be a third-party kit technically, but it looked pretty good. It popped up on what was it, AliExpress maybe? Alright, so now we get the lower arm. Just to take the hand off. This is that MS part. Pull the hand off. Work that free. VIP discount. Hey, that's alright. Good long-term friends, man. They're always a good thing. Alright, so this should slide on here. Yeah, this one's a third-party kit that's coming out. Nice. The Master Grade Narrative Gundam, that would be a fun build. If you like Unicorn Gundams with that, with the clear pieces, you'll enjoy it. But that would be a fun one. Yes, that's what it is. I got my order from the real grade upgrade. Okay. A blue square box. Well, I mean, that's about right. Usually it's brown, so I wonder why they went with blue. Yep, it's I was gonna say it's the upscale that's got the legs on it. Yep, listen to K's on that for the Master Grade Narrative. Just careful with the transforming core fighter. If you take your time and everything, it should be pretty good. Alright. So pops down into here. Nope. I've seen the cake picture. I've also seen the Sazabi with something like that too. Yes, Astray Red Frame is one of my personal favorite designs. It is a good one, but so have you seen the? I've seen the upscaled high grade Nu that's got the cake box. It's awesome. I almost want to buy it just for the cake box. Oh man, is there more teeth grooved on there? Yes. Okay. I'm trying to force it on again, not paying attention, but everything has a tooth groove locking mechanism. Doesn't help that I'm covering it up either. Hey, it's Lucas. Welcome back, man. There we go. And then which way do we turn this? Let's see. Pop it in. There we go. A little tricky with those MS parts. I thought I'd seen him do that. I seen no, so I seen a short that he put out, but it looks really good. It's going pretty good. We're on the arms now. Not too bad so far. We have that much working on the first set of our first arm, and we'll move over to the other one. But I would say it's going pretty good for the most part. I'm not stuck on the gold accent pieces for like the legs so far. Alright, so we got this pop right there. Alright, sounds good. Yep, master grade, the Asteroid Red frame. I've built the master grade Kai version and then the perfect grade standard version. Yeah, the Red Dragon looks the best. It's one of, I won't say it's, I don't know if I would say it's the best or not, but it looks really cool. I think that's the one that's got the plasma V-fin, got the effects with it. Oh, see this? That's pretty sick. Yes, I actually have the real great version in the Asteroid Red frame too. I think we were talking about that earlier, Wills. Alright, so now we build up the gold. Alright, so this is the hand function on here. Get that built up. Put on the little fingers here that are coming out. Flip it around. There we go. Yeah, going back to the familiar with that one. I haven't personally built that one yet, but I am familiar with that with the additional sword attachments. Believe that's the one. Do you have that one? Are you going to build that one? All right, so we have the hand gauntlet with a nice cover over top of it. Nice. That's a nice little feature on that. Looks like there is a decal that goes in this too, so I gotta go back to it. Number 6. Trying to work some of these silver markings on here as I go. Yes. I don't have any asteroid. I don't have any red frames in my backlog. All right. Yeah, that looks good. So then we have, let's see, G19. Oh, I have not seen that one yet. I'll have to check that one out. If I can get my hands on it, maybe, but I'm not sure. I'll have to check it out and see. Liberty Astray Red Frame. Alright, so let's see what goes here. This section. Yep, I haven't heard about that one yet. I'll have to check it out. Where am I connecting this one to? Let's see. Oh, actually it goes back here. Oh, they're using a new inner frame on that one. Interesting. Huh. Oh, some pirates? Okay. Does feature a couple of Liberty Astray pirates, so I'm... Okay. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Alright, so working on that shoulder. Well, you got your message across. Oh, sorry guys, didn't mean to hit the camera. Says I should hear a click. There it is. I was gonna say crossbones. It sounds like they're trying to do an Astray with crossbones. Nice little swing motion on that as it comes up and over. I think I like that mechanism more than the original Master Grade. There you go. That's impressive on that. Man, this is good. I like it. And of course you got various hands that come with it, so that's kind of a nice little touch. Crossbone on the shield, and I have to think about this grade C kit of some sort. I'm trying. I'm not sure on that. I don't know if I do remember that. I'll have to look it up. Look, guys. Somehow it got to underneath my manual in the middle. I have no clue how I did that. But and since you said it goes missing, I'll probably put a dab of glue in there. Orange and white. And was it a C kit or was it a crossbone? Oh, Heine. Oh, if it was orange, yeah, it's gonna be Heine. Yeah, that is tiny. I thought it was gone. I dumped out everything like I normally do, and I looked around. I'm like, I'm not seeing it. That's not a great start. See, no, I'm going to get that for we move on. Okay, so let's get these arms going. I'm excited to get to the head. I'm a little nervous and excited because there's a lot of small moving pieces, but I think that's going to be pretty cool once we get it set up. But we gotta finish. We gotta get this arm still. Flip back a page. Okay. Make sure I have the right section going the right way. From a transformative kit? That's a great question. So I do not like any additional parts. I don't want parts that's left off. So for example, like Zeta on the Wave Runner mode and everything, I'm not a huge fan of those. I want my transformation to be complete 100%, like no extra parts or very minimum on the parts left over. But I also understand that kind of affects the overall stability of the kit. So as far as complexity goes on transforming it, I mean, it depends. If it's, I'm gonna go based off the grade scale. If it's a high grade, I don't think it should be too hard. But you know, if it's a master grade, then it could have some tiers to it, some steps, and I wouldn't mind that. But I'm just kind of thinking of building in mind the aspect. But yeah, so as far as complexity goes, I think it should probably be tailored to the skill level, which it usually kind of is, I guess. But yeah, that's kind of my thought on that. Would I definitely prefer, you know, when there's not extra parts left over, because then I have to figure out storage for it. Well, so I know a full transformation, you know, it does leave, you know, some integrity questions with the structure, but I'm not a huge fan of just having extra parts, and that's simply because of storage. Yeah, that's my biggest reason for that. It's simply for storage. Like I have my my Zeta high grade, and in a wave runner form. Yeah, and I have so many extra pieces. I mean, it's practically half the model. All right. So next up is this MS joint again. And again, they are grooved and they do have teeth on them. It does. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's not, you know, not necessarily ideal for stability purposes, but with 100%. I just for the storage purposes don't like it. That's kind of where I like the going back to Transformers, which they would, you know, take some concepts out of that. Though some of those, especially like the movie collector ones, they get pretty crazy on their transformations too. Just trying to find the right way to see that in there. There we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah. There's that and the arm. Gotta pull this hand out of the MS part. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with 100%. The Gundam definitely doesn't get that, and it could be partly because it is models versus action figures in a sense. But have you built in the Transformer models? I've seen the Blockies have been doing a lot of those here recently. Find that groove, so I'm just gonna round my edges out. There we go. All right, so next up we got slide on. that. Yeah. Just slowly. I mean, you could do time lapse. Okay, flame toys I'm familiar with. I keep seeing more blockies. I was curious about that. I went to a hobby store. Fortunately, I don't have any in my town. So, a weekend or two ago, they had, of course, they had this. I'm guessing kind of like the high grade level, but then I seen some larger ones of the. I don't know their tiers. They call them something different. Like one was like champions, and I think that was like their high grade level. And I don't know what the other one was, but it was quite a bit of impressive sized box, honestly. So it might be. Maybe want to check that out. They might have something you like in there. All right, so. No, I would imagine not. Pass on that. I'll go on sale here soon. Just hold on. Oh, okay, you have built some of those ones. Yeah, I mean, you could always check out. I don't know. I haven't seen the bigger ones. That sounds about right. Go. Go ahead and move to the next page. And we're making pretty good progress on this. I think we're about. Next step will be the head, and then I think the core lantern. I think that's it. So, not too bad. Yeah, some of the boxes are a lot bigger than I expected on those blockies. I was surprised by that. Oh, okay. See, that's kind of how I took it too. I kind of had a vibe that it might have been a perfect grade or something. Or not a perfect grade. I'm sorry, master grade. There we go. Come on. Why aren't you going in there? There we go. guys should hear that click. There we go. Other arm completed. Not sure which way that sits on there. Oh, I got it flipped around. That's my problem. I thought that looked weird earlier. There we go. Perfect. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know. I just want to point out that I love my wife very much. She's not watching these. We're good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, not a interest. It's not supposed to be sexualized at all, right? Shoot. Cheaper, similar to SD and from Bandai. Okay. How tall was it? Was it on the same scale? Yes, the trace suit. That's what he was talking about when Rain uses it for the first time. All right, so we're moving to the head now. You can see just a lot of little pieces. I am going to go ahead and opt for the traditional black and green. Very tiny, as usual. Just trying to line it up. Hey, but if you everyone got a mobile trace suit, even Funsaki got a mobile trace suit. You gotta love it. Oh man. Okay, nice. All those are pieces based off. Yeah, I've been trade. I've had a viewer ask me like to do some of the couple of the blocky things. I did look for. He asked me for what was it? The Luke and Stormtrooper, and then also he had asked for Spider-Man, Brand New Day. I think there's a blocky version, but I haven't seen any. I haven't seen those two, I should say. I have seen some blockies, but trying to get those eyes lined up a little bit better. Don't feel like they're not right where I want them at. Okay. Yeah, it seems like they're always in pain. Yeah, I probably could order them online. I just hadn't done that. Done an online order in a minute, actually. All right, so let's go ahead and work on that transformation. I believe it goes this way. Yes, that's right. All these pieces look so similar. Yes, I am. Now I'm like my hands don't always work for me. Partly because my hands don't work, partly because I'm talking to you guys. This has honestly been live streaming has become one of my favorite things, just because there's not much a community base around my area, so I sincerely enjoy when I have conversation with people. It's pretty nice. I know there is a couple around, like if I drive a little ways, but unfortunately, there's nothing in my city. Well, I appreciate that, Phyllis. Committed to it. I'm gonna regret it tomorrow when I go to work and I'm dragging, but I'll be fine today. Thanks, buddy. Almost forgot to put those on. Oh no. I gotta take these apart again. Dang it. So I missed the Vulcans, the head-mounted Vulcans on that. So to go back and take that off. Now we'll go back and do it. Yeah, absolutely is, man. It really is. That's what I always try to do myself, and honestly, it's a good blessing too for me. But just put some positivity out there and enjoy it. Yes, it does. Probably why I like it so much. Yep. All right, now we're back to where we were at. So let's get this. Kind of gives me, yeah, very therapeutic. Absolutely. I will say my fingers are definitely feeling it tonight, though, but it's got a Shredder vibe too, Hunter, with this mask. Shredder from the Turtles, if you didn't know what I was talking about, but I'm assuming you did. It is very therapeutic. Honestly, that's one of the reasons I like it so much. I like to be able to sit down and complete something. Shredder! Let's see. I'm making sure I have. Trying to figure out, make sure I have the right lineup. All right. Trying to get that. I think there we go. All right. So now all the yellow pieces. I don't know if I knew that. Yes, numb fingers know the feeling for sure. Yeah, I don't think I knew that one. That's pretty cool though. I like it. bit tricky when you're trying to get all these in to stay in at the same time, so. And then I'm lining them up using the diagram. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that he did that much voice acting. Ah, shoot. Sorry, I'm getting kind of quiet on here because I'm focusing on trying to get that in there. Whew. We got it. That was definitely tricky. Alright. Just trying to get these to kind of go in there. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. They I know once you start getting into like voice animators and voice actors, or voice animators, they do tend to do a lot of like once they get known for one, then they keep moving around and doing more of the same kind of work. There we go. Whew. Should be maybe a sticker on the backside. No sticker? Huh. I bet it's added on later. I did watch Beast Wars. Alright, here is Shining Gundam. No Core Fighter, no Core Lander yet, but we're getting to it. That's the last thing, actually. finishing this up. I appreciate everyone that's hung out with me tonight. And thanks for, you've been pretty much with me the whole ride, Willis, so I appreciate that too, man. It's good. Like I said, having conversation, just kind of getting to talk to the community is always the best. We'll show you that hand. That metallic hand we were talking about earlier. But showing, I don't know, what do you guys think? I know you and I have talked about it, Willis, but what do you think? Clear, or you like the metallic? It's coming in more of a teal color, but it's actually a pretty, on my camera, but it's actually a pretty bright green, actually. His voice of the rat trap sounds like Duo the most. Nice. I know, like, Christopher Sabat, that got that voice, Piccolo and Vegeta and stuff from Dragon Ball Z. I know them probably the most. Let's see, out of most everybody. All right, so the Corlander. Let's see what we got here. Green, clear. Keep flipping back and forth a little bit on you. Here we go. The Ocean Dub group dubbing the voice of Piccolo. The Ocean Dub group dubbing the voice of. He was the voice of Piccolo. Oh, you know Christopher Sabat though, right? Because he did some early Piccolo stuff too. But he was, I think he was mostly for Vegeta, I believe. But yeah, but going back to what I was saying, like once you get like, you do like one or two, then like everybody wants to keep you and using you. I know there's like several people that's been through, and you sit there and watch an anime, and you're like, that voice sounds really familiar, and you're like, oh, that's, that was so and so, or he voiced this character. I'm pretty stoked to actually build this little Corlander. Koga and Inuyasha. Nice. Yeah, see, that's what I say. They just kind of like, you're listening to it, and all of a sudden, like, oh, I know him. I know that voice. Flip that forwards. So just when you're building this kit, pay attention to the directions you're supposed to move stuff, because it really does make all the difference. Yeah, I said Core Fighter first, but it's Corlander. There is quite a bit of a difference. Let's see here. Interesting. Here we go. I think maybe. I'm gonna go forwards. Okay, there we go. All right. Alright, so we got this section here, just to add on there. I was gonna say, for cleanup and everything on this kit, it was pretty straightforward, it's pretty simple. I was impressed with the blue. Wasn't too much for nubbing, and a lot of it was undergated too, so it makes for an easy kit to clean up. Alright, so we got these. Jet propulsion packs. Alright, let's see. I think we got it. There we go. The crazy thing about his core landers was that the pilot would jump onto the roof of it and then shoot for their kind of mobilize into their mobile suit. You're responsible for your Gundam as well. So if it gets stolen, it was completely fine. Yeah, there was so many interesting quirks with the G series. You're riding it around, all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah. I mean, he got pretty out there. Oh, but it's still, I wouldn't change it for the world. We just need Taki the Gundam, and we still need the windmill from New Holland, Neo Holland. There you go. Even little taillights on the backside. It was rare, to say the least. You don't see them very often. Oh, see, there was that thrust at the very beginning of the episode. I said we need to... I'd forget it if I don't put it on there. So... that folds up. Hurricane. The Hurricane Gundam, yep. Alright guys, that's a wrap. That is the everything built on there for the most part. I see a decent amount of stickers I'll have to go back and probably put on, but I probably won't put all the marking stickers on, but there's a decent amount. And you get 2 beam sabers with it as well, along with the cool hand. And short and long saber. So, guys, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it very much, guys. And y'all have a good night. Until next time, love.